Hi, I'm Carrie Sturgill, Head of Youth Services at the Radnor Memorial Library, and I'm here at the beautiful Chanticleer Garden bringing you a virtual Once Upon a Garden story time. Since we can't meet up in person and offer our summer story times and craft, we're sharing some stories with you today. And our first story that you can enjoy from home is called The Very Smart Pea and the Princess to Be. It's by Minnie Gray, and it is a little bit of a different perspective on the classic fairy tale, The Princess and the Pea. And this book is being shared with permission by Penguin Random House Publishers. The Very Smart Pea and the Princess to Be. Many years ago, I was born in the palace garden, among rows of carrots and beets and cabbages. I nestled snugly in a velvety pod with my brothers and sisters. I felt a tingle. I knew that somehow I would be important. The time came for us to go to the palace kitchen. We were shelled and put in a bowl. We were going to be part of a new recipe. And check out these recipes in this cookbook here, made with peas. The first one is pea and raspberry jelly. How does that sound? How about petit pois supreme a la mode? Peas with your ice cream, anyone? Then suddenly I was picked from the pile. I was put in a little box with soft tissue to protect me from bruising, and I was taken by the queen. At this point in my story, I'm going to have to give you some background information. Let's start with the queen. A year earlier, before I even started to grow on my pea plant, the queen had been nagging her son. "You are nearly 34 years old, Prince," she said. "It really is high time you married. The public expects it. Your kingdom demands it. And if you are not married within 1 year, I shall stop your allowance." The prince got quite a large allowance, and he really didn't want it to be taken away. "I'll start looking for a bride immediately, mother," he answered. And the search began. The prince traveled the known world. He met princesses of all shapes and sizes with a wide range of hobbies and interests. Too loud, too quiet, too funny, too grumpy, too sleepy, too energetic, too scruffy, too tidy, too pink, too scary, strange pets. But none of them seemed like a real princess. Somehow they were not right for him. After a year's search, the prince returned home, feeling glum. "That's enough!" shouted the queen. She stormed off to the palace kitchen. She came back with me in my little box. "Now," said the queen, "listen carefully. This is something only queens know. A real princess will be able to feel this little pea as she sleeps, even if she is sleeping on top of 20 mattresses and feather beds. And you are going to marry the first girl who can feel this pea." Months passed. I spent most nights in the darkness under a pile of 20 mattresses and feather beds and a princess. And the newspaper headline says, "Wanted real princess." In the morning, the queen would ask, "And how did you sleep, my dear?" The princesses had been properly brought up. They always answered politely, "Like a log, thank you, ma'am," or "Like a baby, thank you, ma'am." And they all said, "What a comfortable bed." They were, as I said, all very polite princesses. The prince will never find his princess at this rate, I thought to myself. I must help somehow. One night, a furious storm raged. Rain lashed the palace, thunderclaps shook the walls, lightning flashed through the window panes. There was a little knock on the palace door. A small, wet person stood on the doormat. "Could this be the real princess?" the queen. Before she could say a word, the small wet person was put to bed on top of the 20 mattresses and feather beds, with me, of course, underneath. In the darkness under the mattresses, I recognized the soft snoring. It was my gardener! I must help, I thought. I tried jiggling and wriggling. The snoring continued quietly. I must do something, I thought. I inched my way to the edge, and then I started to climb. Slowly I struggled to the top of the towering pile. I softly rolled across the pillow right to the girl's ear. There is something large and round and very uncomfortable in the bed under you, I whispered. And while she slept, I told her about the large, round, uncomfortable thing for 3 hours. In the morning, the queen asked the girl how she had slept. Oh, it was awful, she sighed. Something large and round and uncomfortable was bothering me all night. The queen was delighted to hear this. The wedding was lovely. The queen was interested to meet the new princess's parents, and I'm sure they will all live together happily ever after. And as for me, I became a very important artifact, and I now have my own glass case. I am on display, and if you visit the right museum and look in the right place, you may chance to see me. And there's the vegetable garden at the palace. It's like a very nice garden, I think. And there's the queen in the center of the hedge maze there. Probably our little pea narrator probably wants to spend more time in this garden than in a museum, right? Hope you enjoyed that story. I'm going to share one more story about seeds and what they grow into. And this one is called If You Plant a Seed by Kadir Nelson. He wrote the story and also the illustrations as well. And this book is shared with permission by HarperCollins publisher. If you plant a tomato seed, a carrot seed, and a cabbage seed, in time, with love and care, tomato, carrot, and cabbage plants will grow. Nice, healthy, delicious looking produce there. Wait a minute. Got some new friends. What do you think about these birds? How do they look? Do they look friendly? Do they look curious? Do they look suspicious? If you plant a seed of selfishness, in a very short time, it will grow and grow and grow into a heap of trouble. But if you plant a seed of kindness, in almost no time at all, the fruits of kindness will grow and grow and grow Wow. Check out this crop. Looks much bigger than the first one, doesn't it? And those fruits of kindness are very, very, very sweet. Isn't that better to enjoy it with everyone? I like that story. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're interested in learning more information about visiting Chanticleer Garden, you can check out their website for details. And we also want to encourage you to sign up for Imagine Your Story, which is the 2020 Summer Reading Club at Radnor Library. It's for all ages, and we are giving away prizes for you if you are keeping track of your reading. So go ahead to the Radnor Library's website at radnorlibrary.org/summer to find out how to join. Thanks, have a great day.